Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I'll be talking about Sam Darnold, Ryan Tannehill, Adam Gase, and why the comparison between Sam Darnold and Ryan Tannehill has to stop. Before we get started today, I just wanted to let you know that I'm Matt O'Leary. You can follow along with me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Also, you could subscribe to the podcast wherever it is that you get your podcast. New episodes come out every Monday. So you can call in, leave me your question. I'll try to get to it on the show. So from the heavy Sam Darnold supporters this year, we've seen a comparison drawn, or they've tried to draw a comparison to Ryan Tannehill. And it's been bothersome for a while for me now, but it's continued to come up, and the comparison needs to end because Sam Darnold at this point in his career was nowhere close to what Ryan Tannehill was before he got to the Tennessee Titans. Now, two things can be true. One, Ryan Tannehill was a better player before Adam Gase and after Adam Gase. During Adam Gase, not the same guy. As for Sam Darnold, he took a step forward from year one into year two, and then the wheels completely fell off in year three. Never has Ryan Tannehill played as poorly as what Sam Darnold did this year. We just never saw that kind of play from Ryan Tannehill. Was he a great quarterback under Adam Gase? No, absolutely not. I don't think anyone would say that, but he was never that bad. So what I wanted to do, first we'll look at the numbers. Ryan Tannehill versus Sam Darnold under Adam Gase. Let's start with Ryan Tannehill. In 24 starts under Adam Gase, Ryan Tannehill had a 65.9 completion percentage, 7.5 yards per attempt, 36 touchdowns to 21 interceptions, 207.3 yards per game, and a 93.2 rating. It's okay. I would say it's about average, maybe a little below average. It's fine, but it's better than Sam Darnold. Darnold in 25 starts had a 60.9 completion percentage, a 6.5 yards per attempt, so 1 yard less on average than Ryan Tannehill, 28 touchdowns, 24 interceptions, 209.3 yards per game, and a 79.1 rating. Big difference. Now, in 2015 and 2014, the 2 years before Adam Gase got there, Ryan Tannehill had some quietly pretty good numbers. In 2015, he had a 61.9 completion percentage, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 4,208 yards, a 7.2 yards per attempt, 263 yards per game, and an 88.7 rating. Has Sam Darnold ever done anything close to that or on pace to do anything close to that? No. This year he was on pace for, I believe it was 2,800 yards passing if he played a full season. And last year, his best year in the NFL, he was on pace for like 3,700 yards passing, which is, again, significantly less than what Ryan Tannehill was at in 2015. In 2014, he had a 66.4 completion percentage, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 4,045 yards, a 6.9 yards per attempt, 252.8 yards per game, and a 92.8 rating. So his rating was better than what Sam Darnold's was in his best year both times. Threw for more yards in a season, was on pace to throw for more yards. So definitely looked like a better quarterback before Adam Gase got here than what Sam Darnold did in his best year. Another thing that factors into this decision is Sam Darnold has not once played a full season in the league. 13 games, 12 games in his 3-year career so far. And that's another reason why it would scare me to double down on Sam Darnold going into a 4th season in the NFL with a 3rd head coach, a 3rd different offense. There's just so many reasons why I just think it's time to move on. And again, maybe he figures it out somewhere else, but it's a bigger risk to bet on him figuring it out with the New York Jets than it is to take a prospect number 2 overall, whether it is Justin Fields, whether it's Zach Wilson, or even like we talked about yesterday, the Deshaun Watson trade. As unlikely as that is, still, when you have prospects like Justin Fields and like Zach Wilson comparing to a 23-year-old quarterback who's been in the league for 3 years, who's gotten banged up, who's been through hell and back, whose mechanics have significantly regressed, whose decision-making was always something that came into question, but it has gotten worse or definitely has not improved year over year. It's just, I don't know the logic behind it. I don't get the logic behind it. And I know everyone's trying to hold on to the hope that Sam Darnold is the guy. At least the guys who continue to defend Sam Darnold at this point or want to roll with him. But it's over. And I think the sooner that people realize that, the better they are, and they'll realize that these comparisons don't really make sense because, yeah, you can say Ryan Tannehill improved after Adam Gase, which is 100% true. He's a much better quarterback now in Tennessee than he ever was in Miami, but the chances of that happening with Sam Darnold is so much slimmer because he was never anywhere close to the kind of quarterback that we saw Ryan Tannehill be in 2014, in 2015. We didn't see that from Darnold in 2018, his rookie year. We didn't see it in 2019. We definitely didn't see it this year. So stop with the comparison because it's not a good one. And that's why. So let me know in the comments what you think. Probably going to get some hate for it for some people, but oh well. Let me know. Get at me. Subscribe if you're new. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll talk to you next time.